There's a hockey game in Dallas. Take a right on Reunion Arena. Drive about a quarter of a mile, and hey, here we are. The Cops have runneth over in the big D's of the NHL. Dallas last year, Detroit the previous 2 seasons. This year, no different. Both clubs are contenders to the throne. The Stars look to repeat. The Wings seek 3 out of 4 of modern-day dynasty. Who's better in 2000? A prelude to the playoffs. Next. Kozlov to Yzerman going up. Nice poke checked away from him. We do start with a run and gun. Here comes Modano. Modano's got Zubov joining. Modano, save made. Chest high. Centering pass blocked by Larry Murphy. Dumped into the corner, rather. And wide. Matthew Dandino was out on that line that time. Martin Lapointe with the big hit on. Puck cleared up on the Dallas bench, and away it goes. Among the leaders and defensemen in scoring. Off the near side boards. Big jam up by Hatcher. Real good hit by Hatcher as he got Pat Verbeek in the corner. Langenbrunner with Modano ahead of him. Couldn't get it out. Kozlov tried to dump it in. No penalty called on that. Cutting to the middle that time for Verbeek. He got taken down. Rush it the other way. Langenbrunner. Langenbrunner. Modano. Score! A one-handed chance!
What a play by Mike Modano. There is no stopping big number 9 of the Dallas Stars. Man, is he in the zone. A one-hander. Steve Yzerman is arguing there should have been a penalty. This is why the Detroit Red Wings were caught flat-footed. They were all thinking attack. Pat Verbeek was taken down by Brendan Morrow. No call. Langenbrunner the other way. Caught Larry Murphy flat-footed. Murphy got back in time, but Mike Modano's speed just rocketed right up the middle and by Steve Yzerman, and he got one hand on this shot.
Great goal by Mike Modano, and that is his 31st goal of the year. So he's back there. He went to the bench to get it. Off the near side, Graham Marshall trying to make a move. Trying to drive that through. Couldn't get it by Yuri Fischer, the young rookie. Back in 2-on-2 the other way, and a whistle as players are tied up on the near side. Yuri Fischer in his 39th game with Detroit. Modano took advantage of it, as he can do. Tomas Holmstrom on the feed. He gets stood up over there, jammed back in by Thorne behind the net. Dallas will match it up as they change or are ready to change. Shanahan centered shot. Save made by Eddie Belfour, and Maltby come into this game 3.34 goals a game, number 1. Intercepted. Belfour again on a turnover save. Played around by Brent Gilchrist. Lapointe over. Lapointe, they just did the hit, rolled out the center. Holmstrom up. Got a chance for a 2-on-1. Gilchrist 2-on-2. Save Belfour. Holmstrom rebound. Holmstrom knocked it away, but Belfour down on the ice, blocked it. Gun to the near side. Delayed coming up. It's going to be on Dallas, and there's the whistle. A chance to be the best all time. No team has ever finished above 90% effective in killing off penalties. Dallas is 91.1 coming into this game. They've not given one up in the last 3 games. 8 chances against them. Lidstrom, his shot. Score! That ends that streak. And it's 1-1. Power play goal. Nicky Lidstrom on the cannon.
What a smart play by Lidstrom. You know, the crease rule, the way it's being called now, is really tough for a guy like Eddie Belfour, because the no harm, no foul rule allows a guy like Holmstrom to stand in front. Most goalies would like to see the puck. Some care about it more than others. Eddie Belfour really cares about it. And in that stretch, they've only allowed 4 against. I mean, they're really getting it done special teams-wise.
Chelios tried to take that away. Morrow came through the middle and actually got a little shot up, and it went wide. Chelios and Morrow do battle in behind the play again. Duchesne will bring it up for Detroit and got it in. 6 shots for the Wings and 4 for the Stars. Oh my. Belfour gets back and covers it up behind him. Martin Lapointe going empty net, and then Belfour just in time going backwards. 3 up on the forecheck that time. Dandino shot, and he ripped it wide. Lidstrom waited. Nicky Lidstrom will drop it into the middle. Larionov the move. Larionov in shot. Big save, Eddie Belfour. Igor Larionov. Prime move right there. Muzzles the passing game of Dallas. They have had a lot of errant passes coming through the middle that have gone on Detroit sticks, and now we're ready to go. Brendan Shanahan and Hatcher. Oh, wow.
Baby, look out here.
Derian, Hatcher, and Brendan Shanahan.
Boy, I'll tell you what, people are standing for this one. Oh. Hatcher is bigger and stronger. But I'll tell you what, in his younger days, Brendan Shanahan fought about everybody in the league every game, and you see what's happening here. A pretty even go.
Shanahan did come into this league, Bill, noted as a fighter.
Absolutely. He came in as a tough Irish kid, and he is still a tough Irish guy. He's just not a kid anymore.
This is the toughness we've been talking about that we expected in this game.
Pretty darn good goal right there. Brendan Shanahan looked like he wanted a chunk of Derian Hatcher, and there's why. Hatcher really slashed him across the arms. And you see that Shanahan actually wanted to get this thing started, didn't he? But the problem fighting Derian Hatcher is once he gets that big left hand locked onto some jersey right under your chin, he can just keep locking you out. And boy, you throw a lot of punches, but it's really hard to land them.
Ducked into Morrow. Morrow trying to center. Modano goes to the front of the net. Matvichuk steps up. Shot save. Osgood, no rebound. And here we go in front. There's Chelio saying, not here, Brendan Morrow.
Yep, not in my house. His brother, best friend, ex-teammate. He will mow you down.
He is one of the toughest guys to play against in the league,
yes,
year
sir.
in and year out. In the middle, open shot at Belfour. The save to Shane, cut through everybody. And a whistle and right up on the boards at center ice. Pat Verbeek got into it way behind the play.
And back hidden on the near boards. This is what was going on. Jamie Langenbrunner and Pat Verbeek. There again. These guys won a Stanley Cup together last season. Didn't matter. A couple of why-I-oughtas.
Larionov. Road team has won each of the last 6 games these teams have played, going back to '98. Fedorov pass. Bounce. Carbonneau! Osgood came out, cut the angle. Turnover by Detroit in the 4-on-4. Carbonneau as surprised as anybody when it ended up on the tape. Larry Murphy brings it in. Murphy drop pass. Look at Fedorov! And another big save by Eddie Belfour. Back into the middle. Lidstrom was wide open in the pass.
You got to kind of mix and match like that.
I want to remind you that rules game will be a week from Tuesday. Shanahan and a save made. Matvichuk plays it back in behind the net. Picked up near side. Hatcher, Shanahan both out of the box, and another tie-up as Maltby got knocked down Hatcher. There's Maltby. Maltby tried to draw it into the middle. Matvichuk took it away. Got hit by Hatcher again. Hatcher's going to get a penalty. Maltby looking. Osgood heading to the bench. Detroit gets the extra skater out. Whistle right here. Hatcher's headhunting. Maltby was the man he went after, and he got caught, and he's going to go for cross-checking.
Oh, boy. Hatcher could have gotten called for a second one, Gary. He was so angry at the first one. Oh, he just got something else there, too, didn't he?
He got a 10. For yapping at the official, he's going to get 2 and a 10.
I was saying watch. It's too late. See, that's the issue at this point. But watch how strong Derian Hatcher is here. Boom. See, Kirk Maltby made that happen. He kind of threw himself into the boards, and that's why Derian Hatcher wanted him to watch, okay? But he hacked him there, cross-checked him up high there, and then started yapping at him. Yap, 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 yap. All right? So maybe that first one should not have been called. Here's where he gets the misconduct. Maybe the first one should not have been called in the NHL. Not tonight.
Here's Eiserman open, and a save made by Belfour. Zubov takes it back. Holmstrom trying to center. Dumped at Larionov. 4 on the penalty. Larionov. Holmstrom. Center for Lapointe underneath his stick. Penalty is over. It remains a 1-1 game, and Mike Keane clears it out. 1 for 2 in the power play for Detroit. Holmstrom on the far side. Crowd revved up. Holmstrom takes the hit. Knocked down. Brendan Morrow, the rookie, the man who got the shot on, and that's drawing the attention of the wings. Shevchenko had a piece of that, cleared back in by Guy. Carbonneau, Keane at the empty net center. Draper was there to cover. 1-1 game still. Both teams changing. Larionov heads to the bench. Draper brings it in. Zubov all over him. Rides him into the corner. Round towards Shevchenko. Not getting it out of there. Fedorov couldn't get it. Draper does. Centered. Fedorov in. Fedorov scores! Sergei Fedorov, and it's 2-1 Wings.
What a play. The Red Wings are finding magic. They're finding magic putting different lines together. I mean, Scotty Bowman, the ultimate juggler. On this line is Fedorov at center, Chris Draper on the left side, and the big boy on the right, Martin Lapointe.
Pass, Red Wings wanted to change, so Duchesne won't chase the puck and heads off instead. And Dallas doing the same thing. Near side, Eiserman held the line. Eiserman with Thornton, a whack at him. Penalty coming.
this will make SportsCenter. What a play. And that is why Steve Yzerman is one of the greatest all time. Yeah, Pat Verbeek with a great finish. Steve Yzerman was on his face, and he still laid it out for the one-timer. Costly turnover along the wall, though. Right there. In the middle. Went back, and then Steve Yzerman down on his face. No problem. I can put this thing right in the wheelhouse. Wheelhouse, baby. For Pat Verbeek, and he just shelved it. What a play.
And a 3-1 lead. 3 unanswered goals now for the Detroit Red Wings. Streaks kept alive. Yzerman now has a 9-game scoring streak. Modano's got one, a 6-game streak. But Modano's got the only one so far for Dallas. Verbeek over the line, fakes, takes, and hit the post! Right in the corner, the crossbar, and the post, and it came back out. Jammed it in, but couldn't control it. Dallas changes it up. Carbonneau runs into Maltby at center. Chelios cleared it up to the blue line, but couldn't do anything with it. And that'll be gloved down. We got a player down near end, Chris Chelios, and Grant Marshall along the blue line. Now Chelios takes a shove from behind from Thorne, who I'm not sure knows what happened here. And well, Chelios is looking like
I didn't see it either, but I can tell you, if Chris Chelios is standing over a player and not making any menacing gestures, it was most likely an accident. But it looks like Grant Marshall is reaching for his back on that play, and as long as it's not the groin, because that is what was chronic with Grant Marshall since last year's playoff. Pretty darn good hockey team for a number of years, so it's a team thing, but still, he's been good.
Yep, and he has. Hey, back in a 3-2 game! Dallas Stars battling to hold it in, got it down low the Modano line. Got a real good chance, and Morrow, the rookie, will make it 3-2.
What a great play by Richard Matvichuk. What a super play. Mike Modano, big on the draws.
Mike Modano, 2 points tonight, 7th U.S. player to reach 800 points. 1925-7 lifetime, the most losses against any team in the NHL. Primary reason, most goals against him. 21 by Steve Yzerman, 16 by Brendan Shanahan, 15 by Sergei Fedorov. And he's thankful Hull came to him instead of to Detroit.
The Red Wings banged heads with his team often.
Here's Sador moving in. Backhander! What a save by Osgood! The puck was redirected after he was down on the ice. Everybody offensive-minded right now for Dallas. Side of the net, it is still loose. Cleared up by Chris Chelios, not out. Hull a chance, save made again. Centering pass. Oh! Another save made by Osgood! Heck of a matchup. Jamie Langenbrunner trying to dig it out. Gavey, and another great save by Osgood. Aaron Gavey found it. Penalty coming on Detroit. Delayed call. Detroit penalty killers tied for 4th. Detroit's given up the 4th fewest power play goals. Wide open for a moment. Hull in the middle. Both Modano and Hull had chances that time. Modano passed and Hull couldn't get the puck. Yzerman short-handed. Fedorov! Score! Sergei Fedorov, a short-handed goal! With 37 seconds to go in the period. 4-2 Wings.
Backbreaker. Back-breaking goal. What a shot by Fedorov. That right thumb of his, he's got a special protective splint that he wears even off the ice. It's on the top hand, which still allows him to shoot. Guess what? It ain't bothering him all that much, is it? He ripped that one. Looked like it went off the post. Boy, what a big goal. To me, that's a backbreaker.
Hey, that is number 10 for Detroit this year. They are 4th in the league in shorthanded goals scored. The 6th given up by Dallas. It makes it a 4-2 lead, and it comes in the final minute of the second period. Langenbrunner, save! Rebound! Gavey! Score! 4-3! Gavey!
Get that broken back out of traction, just come right back and bang one. All of a sudden the Dallas Stars are let out of the intensive care unit by scoring that one.
10 seconds to go in the period. Can somebody get another one? Zubov dropped it in, maybe. Great save, Osgood on Kurt Muller. What a minute of offensive hockey. And now they get into it in front of the net.
Both of these teams are better defensively than they've shown in the last 2 minutes. Way better. Aaron Gavey will get credit for the goal. Third time being called up from the minors this time. This is the last play by Kirk Muller, and Chris Osgood was able to squeeze it.
4.3 seconds left. Plenty of time for 5 more goals.
You bet.
Hatcher's into it now with Chelios.
Yeah, they've got Derian Hatcher moved up to be a blocking tackle here. He wants to just charge right through and get to Chris Osgood if they win the draw.
Hatcher has already picked up a 10-minute misconduct, a fighting, and a 2-minute penalty in this game. I think that was Steve Yzerman that Hatcher reached for to touch. Puck's loose here, cleared up, and here we go behind the play again.
Chelios still.
Chelios got his stick between Hatcher's legs, and when he brought it up, tried to run it across his face.
Boy, Team USA was a long time ago, wasn't it? When these guys were teammates. Look at the size of Derian Hatcher, though. He looks down at just about everybody. In this game, he does. Detroit doesn't have anybody except the 19-year-old Yuri Fischer that's as big as Hatcher.
All trying to kick it out of there, and did. Dallas gets the offensive chance, just out of reach. 4-3 Red Wings, 13:56 left, third period. All trying to move it in. Nope, Shanahan moved up on him. Former teammates colliding right there.
Mike Modano scored or assisted on the last 7 Stars game winner. That's amazing. He's getting it done here tonight with a golden one.
Played by Zubov, and a chance, and that one just went wide of the net. What a chance for Thorne, cutting through the middle. Osgood had gotten knocked down. Marshall dumps it behind the net. In front, Keane, but he wanted to need a stick 2-on-1. Yzerman coming. Yzerman is save made. Belfour. Kozlov was with him on the other wing.
But the Red Wings are playing it real smart. They're not trying to rely on their skill. They've been very conservative. The chop and then the cross-check from behind.
They're not getting it up ice. Eddie Belfour heads out behind the play. Kurt Muller. Muller sends it in. The ricochet will go up and off the boards. Murphy pinned up Thornton. Muller. Sergei Fedorov around. Modano in the corner. Couldn't get it. Up to the point. Empty net at the other end. This game is history, Brendan Shanahan. The Detroit Red Wings with a 5-3 lead. 13.6 left. And Elvis is no longer in the house. Osgood will knock that one down. Fedorov 2 goals and an assist. Lidstrom 1 and 1. Yzerman 2 assists. And a save made by Osgood. It's still sitting there. He reaches out to cover, and this game's over. Chris Osgood adds to his numbers. 16, 6 and 3 lifetime now against Dallas. Belfour 19, 26 and 7 the loser. And the Detroit Red Wings even the series 2 and 2. Each team winning 2 on the other's ice.
Not the kind of game I think that the Detroit Red Wings expected against the Dallas Stars. I mean, how often do you get 5 against the Dallas Stars, the second best defensive team in the NHL?